fans. I think they are very, very excited about the film.
Yeah, sweet.
On Twitter, like many of them, they're calling themselves just with a
Atma.
Atma.
Yeah, they all are.
Tina ki
Ani
Atma.
ki Atma, Tina ki Atma.
Yeah, and Dhruv ki Atma. And
Yeah. I really don't like being an accessory to a film, just looking pretty. I've done that. I've done a lot of it, you know. It's not that I've not done it. And if I really need to do it, I'll do one song in some film.
First thing that comes to your mind when I say the following, death.
I'm one of those weird ones. Whenever you ask somebody how long you want to live, people say 60, 65. I don't understand why. I always say I want to live at least till 100. You know, I'm a big fan of life.
Inshallah.
Yeah. I will live that long. I always tell everyone that I want to be like sexy and I want to be live till 100 and you know, I'm a big fan of life. I love life. Death is pretty scary for me because it spooks the hell out of me that, you know, we are walking, talking, everything. What happens after death? Where does that whole living soul go?
First thing that comes to your mind when I say the nightmares.
Oh, I got a lot during when I was filming for Raaz 3 and a lot of sleepless nights. Thankfully, the nightmares are not happening with Atma release. But yeah, the sleepless nights have begun. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not great. What great?
But I think, you know, you're getting towards the release, in fact, and it's going to. Bipasha has tweeted recently that to be considered fit by people feels good, but to be really fit feels even better. Look after your health, love yourself. In fact, you know, I've lost around 15 kgs in the last 1 year.
I was just going to tell you that you're looking really good.
Today morning, I was literally pumping after reading that tweet.
Hi, this is Bipasha Basu and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
Bipasha, we've taken some questions from your fans. I think they are very, very excited about the film.
Yeah, sweet.
On Twitter, like many of them, they're calling themselves just with a
Atma.
Atma.
Yeah, they all are.
Tina ki
Ani
Atma.
ki Atma, Tina ki Atma.
Yeah, and Dhruv ki Atma. And
Yeah.
so, it's pretty interesting. That's, I think the fans are excited as well. So we've taken some questions. This is Komal. What do you prefer watching? Comedy, horror, psychological horror, or science fiction horror?
Like to watch films. Good films. I see all kinds of films. I think every genre, if the story is well told, is exciting. Horror as a genre is very new in India. So it has to be around a very strong, solid story and characters. You know, everyone keeps on telling me, why you keep on doing so many horror films? It's never a plan, you know. It's just that this is the meat. I really don't like being an accessory to a film, just looking pretty. I've done that. I've done a lot of it, you know. It's not that I've not done it. And if I really need to do it, I'll do one song in some film. If I really need to do it, if I really want to be that, or I'll do a really hot shoot or something. But that's something that's done, you know. It's been done for many years. I just felt that these stories are going to be watched. So it's going to be definitely entertaining. And the characters are so deep, things that I've not done, whether it's Shahryar or Maya, and you know, whatever I'm doing next, every single film that I'm doing next is something that I sit on it. I see my character grow with my director. I'm a part of the writing process. So I am taking a different turn at this point of time.
Even the marketing, I think the way you're just getting into the marketing bit of it, that is very interesting as well.
Yeah.
And I think the entire paradigm has shifted maybe in the last couple of years, maybe I think a year for that matter, since Raaz 3, then it's total shift in fact. Komal, one more question. First thing that comes to your mind when I say the following, death.
Very scary. You know, honestly, it's so disturbing, death, because I'm one of those weird ones. Whenever you ask somebody how long you want to live, people say 60, 65. I don't understand why. I always say I want to live at least till 100. You know, I'm a big fan of life.
Inshallah.
Yeah. I will live that long. I always tell everyone that I want to be like sexy and I want to be live till 100 and you know, I'm a big fan of life. I love life. So death is pretty scary for me because in my life actually I had never seen a death of anybody close. The first person who I saw like you know, who passed away, I saw first time was Sunil Dutt Sahab, and you know, it just like broke me down. I didn't even know him. You know, because first time I saw a person who's not alive. And the second time I saw someone was just now Sikandar's dad. And I have to say that it just, you know, it spooks the hell out of me that, you know, we are walking, talking, everything. What happens after death? Where does that whole living soul go? You know, it actually, I questioned this on Twitter also because It was going on in my head after Sikandar's father passed away, because I saw
Sikandar K, basically.
Yeah,
Kiran Kher's first husband.
Yeah, so it was really disturbing for me. So it actually spooks me out.
And you've also spoken about afterlife, that you believe in afterlife.
My understanding is that where does the soul go? It must be somewhere. There must be another alternative life for all the souls which are a part of us when we are living. Where does it disappear? When the body stops functioning, like how does the body stop functioning? The soul's out and free from the body. But there is a little bit of scientific explanation also about it. We read a lot about these things, but don't know really. That's why it's called the unknown space. That's why we are so curious to know about it.
One more question Komal has. That first thing that comes to your mind when I say the following: nightmares.
Oh, I got a lot during when I was filming for Raaz 3, and a lot of sleepless nights. Thankfully, the nightmares are not happening with Atma release, but yeah, the sleepless nights have begun. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not great. What great?
But I think, you're getting towards the relief, in fact, and it's going to. I think somewhere that nervous energy helps, I believe, in fact.
I have no idea if it's nervous energy. I don't know. I have no logic to this.
I'm hoping, in fact. Rehan Demirbas, what makes Atma special?
It's just a special film. There's a lot. It's a beautiful story. I'm playing a mom for the first time. There's a lot of learning that has happened when I've done this film, that you understand yourself better as a woman. Because it talks about marital abuse,
You've tweeted about that.
There are many women in the world who stay in relationships in the name of love, in the name of emotional attachments, and they, allow a lot of undue advantage taken out of them by their spouse. And that's really unfair. And these are all intelligent women of today, independent, who are working, who could be in a very good position, but they allow it. So it's something that, I just always talk about women that, I wrote about it today in one of the dailies about women, that we in Indian society are born and we are taught that we have to be givers as girls from childhood. So we condition ourselves and we start giving at work, we give in families. What we tend to forget is that we have to give to ourselves. So it's very important, again, two words that I always repeat: love yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to give yourself that respect, the fact that you're living, and it's important.
Now, in fact, Bipasha has tweeted, Atma, the film, isn't just about horror of the supernatural, but also horror of the fear of losing a loved one, and also horror of marital abuse.
Yeah.
Coming to Fabiha, what motivates you to be fit?
I love life. If I have to live long, I have to make this body, which is a machine, work right. And we kind of forget health is the best investment, because if I'm not going to be well, if I'm going to have a disease, or if I'm, God forbid, have a handicap, I'm not going to be able to enjoy the fame, the money, the love that I have in my life. So there is nothing better than actually, and nothing more intelligent. No other investment is as intelligent as health investment. So that drives me.
In fact, I was reading one of your interviews and you've said that you were diagnosed with osteoarthritis and you just went into the entire health mode post that, and the entire victory that you got over that. I think that's a huge example for a lot of people who maybe don't take it positively.
That's
somewhere.
True. In life you can have a lot of handicaps. It's not that you just sit with it. You have to work, solve. I believe that, actually a very dear friend of mine told me that there is, nothing as, whenever there's a problem, there's always a solution. You just need to find it.
In fact, Bipasha has tweeted recently that to be considered fit by people feels good, but to be really fit feels even better. Look after your health, love yourself. In fact, I've lost around 15 kgs in the last 1 year.
I was just going to tell you that you're looking really good.
When I read this tweet of yours, one thing immediately came to my mind, that it's easy to become complacent after a point of time, but it's more important to be even more fitter than what it is. And I've been pumping, like today morning I was literally pumping after
Actually,
reading that tweet.
I wrote it because there was some, again, all these polls keep happening. It was some international poll where I was like number 13 or 12 or something in the international poll of fittest 50 women, and I was the first Indian. So I was like, okay, it feels good to be, another person saying I'm fit, but only you know what your fitness level is. It's not about the way you look. It's about how fit you are.
Absolutely. And that strength training, it has to continue, in fact, but it's most important.